Welcome back to the Consecrated Life Project. This is Olivia Futris, and today I have with me Lydia Taggart, my dear friend. Lydia, what does a consecrated life mean to you? To live
Oh my
a consecrated
goodness.
life.
Living a consecrated life to me means that you follow that inspiration, that gut, that whispering in your heart, whatever way the Lord speaks to you, and you accept it and you do it, no matter what.
I love that. Okay, how do you receive answers from God? Some people hear, some people feel, what's your way?
Well, that's a loaded question because I think I receive many ways, depending on the context and where I am. My first time recognizing, well, that wasn't really the first time, but I have voices in my head that are very, very clearly from God. I have a gut feeling. My favorite, most recent experience was I get kind of like a nauseous feeling, and I was preparing to speak, and I was like, where am I going with this talk? And I found a scripture that hit me, and I got this nauseous feeling. I was like, yes, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I told my husband, I was like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm going the right way. This is so great. And he looked at me like, I don't think that when I start feeling like I'm going to throw up.
Interesting. I'm excited to hear more about that one in our full interview. Okay, what brings you joy, dear?
Dancing really helps me a lot to really feel the joy. Dancing and singing, just looking out. My first testimony builder that there really is a God and there's more than just this life. I was very depressed, and I was walking home from school one day, and I was going down a hill, and it was in Utah. I could see the mountains spreading out before me. If I looked up, of course I wasn't looking up because I was depressed, but I heard this voice, the voice of God said, look up. And what else can I do? I'll just look up. What harm is that? And I looked up, and I heard the voice say, I made this for you. And so just every day when I see anything, I know it's made for me, and God loves each of us, and we are here on purpose for purpose.
Ooh, I love that so much. On purpose for purpose. I'm writing that one down. When do you feel closest to God? What times, places, activities? At what time do you feel Him closest?
Sometimes it's usually at 3 a.m. when I'm trying to sleep, and something will wake me up, or if I don't wake up at 3 a.m, I wake up and I just lay there in bed for a half a minute and just go, I'm awake. What day is it? Where am I going? And I'm trying to sort out, am I in my bed? Am I at a hotel? Where am I? And I feel a peace wash over me that this is going to be a great day and I'm loved. So I guess it's like when I'm planning what I'm going to do. I'm ready to receive. And I'm not trying to do everything already. I'm ready to receive what I'm meant to do today.
I love that. I feel like you just said it's when I'm still. God says, be still and know that I'm God. It's when you aren't into the chaos of your day yet, and you're in that moment of stillness of, okay, guide me, I'm here.
Yes.
I love that. I totally agree. Okay, share with us one of your gifts or talents.
One of my gifts or talents, first thing that comes to mind is faith. Just have to have enough faith. And I pray for more faith and strengthening faith. I have faith that I can have enough faith.
Yeah. Great, agreed. Okay, what are some of the challenges that you've experienced in your life? You can just kind of list them off, and then in the full interview, we'll go into them a little bit more.
Okay. Should I do this chronologically or?
However it comes to you.
Okay. When I was in high school, there was a boy that was abusive to me, and I said I didn't want to be his girlfriend, and all of our friends got together and ganged up on me and said, if you don't go out with him, and basically you got to marry him or we're all going to kill ourselves, and then have the suicide pact. And so that was hard. That was a challenge. And then from there, of course, I talked myself into believing that that's really what I was supposed to do, and met my husband, found out that's not what I was supposed to do. I get to marry my husband that I have. Yay. Getting married was a challenge in itself. When we first got married, everything's going on and it's all exciting and wonderful. And so when he came to me and said, I have more time, we can take extra time on our honeymoon. Okay, that's great. And I went on planning what the flowers were going to be and whatever. And then we got married and started driving off to our honeymoon. And I said, that was really great. How did you get your boss to give you more time for our honeymoon? That's just really great. Well, because he was fired and he didn't have a job. And so that was that was an exciting challenge. We were moving and neither one of us had a job. We got married and went on love. And it's been almost 24 years now. So we worked that out. That was a good challenge to get through. We have quadruplets and 2 older boys, so 6 kids altogether. That's a challenge. Most people ask how I did it or how I do it, and it's always, I didn't do it alone. We never do anything alone. I have my oldest, he has Asperger's syndrome. So when the quadruplets came home, he went in total shutdown. Actually, it was before they actually all came home from the hospital. He stopped talking to anybody at all. And then that was when we got him diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. My second son, while we were at that diagnosis, I said, while we're here, find out what's wrong with him too, because holy cow, he's got some stuff going on. They said he would have a diagnosis of ADHD, OCD, ADD, all of the alphabet, except he has such a high IQ. So when he's telling you that you're stupid, you are. Just accept that. He knows more than you. He's like, he's 3. But
wow.
So we've got that one. And then, of course, having quadruplets for at the same time. My daughter has dyslexia. We ended up homeschooling her for a couple of years so she could learn how to read. And then that, of course, feeds into this overcorrection of stop reading. You have to do something else. Stop reading. And the only way I can get any of my kids, any of the quads anyway, to do anything is, if you don't stop right now, I'm going to take the book away. And you can't read. That's their punishment, if you will. And it's a great problem to have.
I get you. I've got some like that. And I'm like, I feel bad. I want you to read. I don't want to take away your book.
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh, so then, of course, that leads into problems at school that we've figured out how to deal with things at school where the teachers are like, they just won't participate in class. They're always in a book. You told them to read.
Yeah.
So, of course, well, maybe not of course. I think most people have self-image challenges and issues with confidence and weight control, time management. There's all these things, they just circulate. And accepting who I am. After we had the quadruplets, I had a really hard time loving myself. And I don't think I ever truly loved myself before, at least not to the degree that I do now. I called myself, or referred to myself as a science experiment gone wrong, because my body, it kind of felt like that. There's not really much else to describe that one. But thank goodness I have such a good husband who we've worked on these communication skills for so long that like now if I start saying something negative, he just is like, stop. And we course correct. You're right. I am awesome. I told my 16-year-old son yesterday, I looked at him and I was like, I am going all over the place, just being your mom, trying to help you, being on your team. And I was taking him down to his old school to visit some friends, and I stopped at a red light and I looked at him. I was like, you know what? You have an awesome mom. And I think we don't do that enough to say, yeah, you have an awesome mom, and that's me, and I'm pretty awesome. I've been doing stuff, and I love you, and you're awesome, and I'm so glad I get to be your mom. But I didn't say all of that to him. I was thinking all those things, but I just said, you have an awesome mom. And I think most teenagers get the stereotypical, like people expect them to say something like, whatever, or ignore you completely. But he looked at me and was like, you're right, I do. That's you. You are awesome. And I just love getting that back from him, because we haven't always had that either. Had a lot of challenges just being a mom and accepting help. Accepting help has probably been the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to hear more about that. But what a gift to learn to receive. I'm sure you've got pretty much professional at that by now, which I totally get. But it's just amazing. Like, God needs us to be able to receive, not just to give and give and give until we're depleted. He needs us to receive so that we have enough that we can keep giving. So that's beautiful. I'm excited to hear more of your journey. Okay, what's your go-to when you need to get out of a funk? When you feel like, oh, I feel this heavy, I feel this thing, what is the first thing that you usually go to?
Singing in the shower. I blast the music. Sometimes I'll dance and sometimes I won't. I actually have a playlist on my phone of power up songs, and they have the big kind of stuck in the song, just to really move. I think because I feel it right here when I feel stuck. And it's usually because I'm not speaking my truth, or I'm holding back something that I need to say to someone, or most of the time it's telling myself, those inner voices, but it's all still a voice box kind of thing, and listening to the wrong voices. So I find music really, really, not just listening to it, but actually being part of that music.
Yeah, there's something special about that vibration when you're singing it and you're like internalizing your feeling and letting out whatever is stuck inside of you. It's so powerful. Love it. Okay, what is one of your favorite quotes or scriptures that gives you strength?
Oh, that I were an angel and could speak. I don't know all of that, but that's the part. Oh, that I were an angel. And then the next verse says, but I'm not. I'm just me. And I'm not a scriptorian, so I don't have things verbatim, but
it's okay, we can find it and we'll add it to the comments so people can read about it.
It's in Alma 32, I know that part.
Okay. Beautiful. How about a song? What's your go-to song, or just one that you really love? It doesn't have to be just your favorite. One of the favorites.
Okay. I don't know if people are going to laugh at this or what. My husband doesn't approve of the song, but he'll tolerate me listening to it and singing it. It's Meghan Trainor. So it's called Me Too. Meghan Trainor, Me Too.
Okay. I haven't heard that one. Let's look it up. Awesome. Okay. If you could leave one more nugget of wisdom with those people who are seeking to follow their own path and to realize that my path is mine and God has my path and He's got my life in His hands, and that He's going to guide me, and my path doesn't look like anybody else's because it's just for me. Anyone that's like seeking to say, okay, I want to trust this, but I feel like I need to know all the answers. And then what wisdom would you give for them?
We don't get to know all the answers. We just don't. There's mysteries of God that they're meant to be left a mystery. And if we know all of the things, then we can't have faith. We need to act in faith so that we can gain the knowledge. Just keep acting in it. If you want to know the fruits of your labor, then you've got to go labor and see what happens. But really, the mysteries of God are not meant to be known in this life. And after we die, I believe that what we knew before and all those mysteries will be made clear to us. Because we know so many things that we just don't remember right now.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it so much. So thank you, Lydia, for being here with us. Come on over to the Consecrated Life Project at consecratedlife.learnlivefly.com and listen to Lydia's full interview, get to know more about her and all the amazing things she's up to in the world and taking all of her challenges and still managing to do so much good and do things for God. And it's amazing and beautiful. And I'm grateful she's here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.